Coming back to our chapter real numbers. Today we are going to see about the irrational number. So we'll see the definition for the irrational number. So we have studied previously about the rational number and the irrational number, where the rational number will be in the form of a fractional form, and irrational numbers, we will define this irrational number as the numbers which are not expressed in the fractional form p by q, where the denominator q is not equal. In this exercise, we are going to give a proof for the numbers, how it becomes a irrational number. Now we are going to use the following two properties in this exercise. So the first property is, if p is a prime number, then square root of p is irrational. The second property is, if p is a prime number and let p divides a squared, then p must also divide your a, where a is a positive integer. Exercise 1.3. The first problem, prove that root 5 is irrational. So we are going to prove that how your root 5 becomes an irrational number. So to prove root 5 is irrational, we use the contradiction method, that is against of the fact. So let us assume to the contrary that root 5 is rational. So I am assuming here root 5 is rational. Root 5 can be written in the form of root 5 is equal to a by b, where a and b are co-primes. The word co-primes means this a and b does not have any common factor other than 1 and the number itself. So where here my denominator b is not equal to 0. So I am bringing this b to the other side. I will get root 5b is equal to a. So now I am going to square this in order to remove my root 5. So squaring on both sides. I will get 5b squared is equal to a squared. So here I am going to bring this 5 to the other side. It becomes b squared is equal to a squared by divided by 5, which means that 5 divides my a squared. So 5 divides a squared. So I am going to use my second property. If p divides a squared, then your p must divide a also. So here I am using that property. If 5 divides a squared, 5 should also divide your a. So calling this as my equation 1. So here, which assumes that a should be the multiple of 5. So let us write a as a multiple of 5. So I am writing it as a is equal to 5c. So I am going to substitute a is equal to 5c in 5b squared is equal to a squared. So I will get 5b squared is equal to a value is 5c. So a squared is 5c the whole squared. So which implies 5b squared is equal to 25c squared. So 5 will divide 25 5 times. I will get b squared is equal to 5c squared. I am bringing this 5 to the other side. So it becomes b squared divided by 5, which is equal to c squared. So which means that b 5 divides my b squared. So here, which implies 5 divides b squared. Again I am using my second property. If p divides my a squared, so p divides your a also. So using that concept here, 5 divides b squared. So 5 divides b. So calling this as equation 2. Now coming back to equation 1. Here we got equation 1 as 5 divides a and equation 2 as 5 divides b. So your a and b has a common factor 5. So a and b has a common factor 5. So which contradicts the fact that a and b are co-prime. this because of our wrong assumption that root 5 is rational. So here which contradicts our fact that root 5 is rational. So it becomes root 5 is irrational. Thus we prove. Second problem, prove that root 3 is irrational. We are going to follow the same procedure as we did in root 5. So here we are assuming root 3. Let us assume to the contrary that root 3 is rational. So root 3 can be expressed as a fractional form a by b, where a and b are co-primes and b is not equal to 0. So here the word co-primes, where your a and b should not have any common divisor other than the number and 1 itself. So coming here, root 3 is equal to a by b. So I am bringing b here. So it gets multiplied. So we will get root 3b is equal to a. I am going to square this in order to remove my square root. So squaring on both sides, I will get 3b squared is equal to a squared, calling this equation as star. So now coming back here, where if you are bringing this 3 to the other side, it comes as b squared is equal to a squared divided by 3, which means that 3 divides my a squared. So I am going to use the second property. So if 3 divides a squared, 3 should divide your a. So calling this as my equation 1. So here this statement assumes that a should be a multiple of 3. So I am writing a is equal to 3c here. Let a is equal to 3c, where c is an integer. So here I am going to substitute a is equal to 3c in my equation star, where my equation star will be 3b squared is equal to a squared. In place of a, I am substituting as 3c. So a squared is 3c the whole square. So 3b squared is equal to 9c squared, where 3 divides my 9 3 times. So I will get b squared is equal to 3c squared. So bringing this 3 to the other side, it becomes b squared by 3 is equal to c squared. So which implies that 3 divides my b squared. Again I am using the property 2 here. If 3 divides b squared, your 3 should also divides your b, calling this as equation 2. Now I am going to compare my equation 1 as well as equation 2. So when comparing equation 1 and 2, we find that a and b has a common factor 3, which contradicts our fact that a and b are co-primes. So hence our assumption is wrong. So we got root 3 is irrational. Hence we prove. Third problem, prove that 3 plus 2 root 5 is irrational. So here the same process we are going to use. Let us assume to the contrary that 3 plus 2 root 5 is rational. So your 3 plus 2 root 5 can be represented as 3 plus 2 root 5 is equal to a by b. So rational number, so it can be expressed as a fractional form, where a and b are co-primes and b is not equal to 0. So I am going to bring this 3 to the other side. So I will get 2 root 5 is equal to a by b minus of 3. Now shorter way of LCM, I will get 2 root 5 is equal to a minus of 3b by b. Now I am going to remove the 2 from here. Taking to the other side, I will get 5 is equal to a minus of 3b by 2b. Since a and b are integers here, the right hand side of the equation becomes a fractional form. Now the left hand side, it is root 5. So root 5 going to the property 1, if p is a prime number, then root of p is an irrational number. Using a concept here, you will get the root 5 is an irrational, which contradicts this fact. So hence root 5 is an irrational number. So this contradiction arises due to our wrong assumption that 3 plus root 5 is rational. So our assumption is wrong. Our assumption 3 plus root 5 is rational is wrong. Hence 3 plus 2 root 5 is irrational. Fourth problem, prove that 7 root 5 is an irrational number. We are using the same previous process. Let us assume to the contrary that 7 root 5 is rational. So 7 root 5 can be expressed as a by b fractional form, where a and b are co-primes and b is not equal to 0. So I am writing 7 root 5 is equal to a by b. Bringing this 7 to the other side, it becomes root 5 is equal to a by 7b. So since a and b are integers, my right hand side of the equation a by 7b becomes rational. But coming to my left hand side, taking a root 5 here and using my property 1, if p is a prime, then root 5 is irrational. So with that property we find here root 5 is an irrational, which contradicts this fact. So our assumption will be wrong here. So this arises because of a wrong assumption. 7 root 5 is rational. So it becomes 7 root 5 is irrational. Thank you, students. Fourth problem, second subdivision. Prove that 1 by root 2 is an irrational number. So as by previous rule, so let us assume to the contrary that 1 by root 2 is rational. So 1 by root 2 can be expressed as a fractional form a by b, where a and b are co-primes and my denominator b is not equal to 0. So I am writing the reciprocal of this. So I will get root 2 is equal to b by a. So when I see this equation, my a and b are integers. So my right hand sides of this becomes a fractional form. Now coming to the left hand side, by using my property 1, if p is a prime number, then square root of p is an irrational. So using that property, we find that root 2 is an irrational number, which contradicts this fact. So this arises due to our wrong assumption that 1 by root 2 is rational. So our assumption 1 by root 2 is rational is wrong. So hence 1 by root 2 is irrational. Hence proved.